Yeah, what's the most impressive thing? Jerry Jeudy mossed somebody yesterday. And you know what the most impressive thing is about that catch? Is I don't care. Okay? I don't care about that catch. I don't care. You know what I care about? I care about Sam Darnold. He's on the list of every every USC quarterback ever. They're all the same, unless you want to go with the Jets quarterback in the butt fumble, Mark Sanchez. They're all the same. Every quarterback has been the same, from Matt Leinart and we are who they thought they were, whatever. That guy, that guy. Wasn't that Denny Green? We are who they thought they were. That's the game that Matt Leinart, got exposed to be who he was. One sack. I don't know. I listen to Colin Hurd sometime, and I think he's insane. I really do. I don't want to call out Colin Hurd, but they were doing best quarterbacks and stuff. It's like, my number one quarterback is Drew Lock, and it's always an obscure list. It's like it's not Patty Mahomes. It's not Lamar Jackson. It's not none of these guys. It's not the Kyler Murray. Well, excuse me, it wouldn't have been those guys, but he was doing like the best newcomers. And it was like, oh, Drew Lock is my number one dude. And, Sam Darnold, he had him over Josh Allen, I believe. I can't remember. Sam Darnold doesn't even belong on the list. I don't know how he's still a quarterback. Look, Sam Darnold should never play the game again. And I was on DraftKings, and I was like, you know what? I'll pick Sam Darnold. I had him in my first week. Like, I wanted to be outside the box and think like, oh, let me think real hard about how to, Sam Darnold, no one's picking him. Maybe he'll spurt out there and have 300 yards. Listen, you want to know what Sam Darnold's going to have next week? I'll tell you. He's going to have between 145 yards passing and 180 yards passing with a random, nice-looking TD and a scramble play and 2 picks and a fumble. That's what he's going to have if you want to know what Sam Darnold's going to have. So what do I care about Moss? The game was on. I was playing Madden Mobile. I'll be honest with you. That was the worst game. The NFL needed to be, listen, let's just do a blackout. Let's do a blackout and show a highlight of another game of a long time ago if we could. It's horrible. It's horrible, man. I promise you it's the most horrible. We got to sit through. Listen. I don't know who's quarterback for that's it. It was like, oh, Jerry Jeudy mossed somebody. Who's the quarterback? I don't know. I don't even care. I don't care. There's Jeff Driscoll. Was it Jeff Driscoll? I don't know. Who was the other quarterback? I don't know. They was like, hey, we found this guy off the street. They got guys coming off the street. They got guys activated from the practice squad. I don't know. And I don't care anymore. I'll promise you, I don't care about the Jets anymore. I don't care about, I don't care. I don't care about Denver. Okay? I know I'm getting upset, and I'm getting upset because I feel like everyone takes this whole series of Thursday Night Football as something to watch. And they really, to be honest with you, they can do away with Thursday Night Football. I know they try to spruce it up, and they got Troy Aikman and Joe Buck to do the commentator, and everybody's going, oh my God, this sounds like a regular game. And it did. It sounded like a regular game because I was in the other room playing Madden Mobile, trying to figure out the weird spread option on Madden Mobile, the engine over there, that I don't want to learn plays on Madden Mobile and figure out how to look the safety off. And if they're running cover 2, is it cover 2 flat? They're running press? They're running the zone read, zone blitz? I don't know what's going on. Is the linebacker going to drop in the coverage? I don't know. But point is, no one cares about the Moss. And by the way, I heard a lot of people talk about Jerry Jeudy. I know Brandon Marshall was like, oh my God, this kid has got everything. I heard he was nothing. I heard he wasn't turned out to be the number one they thought he did. And oh, by the way, he mossed somebody against the Jets who ruined fantasy football the week before when the horrible the Jets, it was like it was 3 or 4 pick sixes. I couldn't win on DraftKings because somebody had the coach D who was on fire and gave up 28 points to a defense. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, that's my take on the Jerry. He mossed them, but not really, because the moss is in the end zone. So anyway, if you want to follow me, go to Best Podcast 2020 on Instagram. I'll try to be better. God bless you. I'm out, Jerry Judy. You're awesome, buddy.